Okay, so we are about to start construction on the Estrellita elliptical wing that I have designed. Here's just a general overview of the dry fit parts. Right here you can see them just laying over the plan. A couple of points of interest. These sub ribs back here will be glued on to the trailing edge. If you're using the torque rods, after you install the torque rod, you put the little ribs on there. You can see the holes in there. This TE1 trailing edge one piece will need to be shaped like sanded to shape like this rib and glued in between these two ribs. Then the whole trailing edge gets sheeted over the top of this. The notes are on the plan. You can see here some of the cut pieces of the wing sheeting laid out, and everything's marked. This is the bottom sheeting 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We've got 5 over here, and you can do this several ways. I'm going to go ahead and put this all together. I'm not going to glue this piece together, but I'm going to glue all this together. It's all keyed in, so it should line up. They're probably a little bit oversized, so that you can have a little overlap on the back end and then on the front end as well to trim. Since this is the first time that I'm constructing this, I may find some better ways to do it, some shortcuts, but I think what we're going to do is we are going to assemble the bottom sheeting first, lay that onto the plan. You can see here, I'll just pick this up. Well, I'm not going to pick it up because actually you can see I've got the bottom spar, which is a 1/4 by 1/8 inch basswood spar, kind of pinned to the table, and then I've got the ribs installed, and then this balsa spar actually slides, everything slides together, and so I've just got it dry fit in here. And these dihedral braces, there's a top dihedral brace and then there's a bottom dihedral brace. This one would, once you get this glued, this one will slide into there on the top like that, and then there will be one that slides in from the bottom later when you join the wing. This video really is just an overview so that you can kind of get a little idea of what to do when you read the plan. You can see how the spar up here is a bottom spar, and then this is just a 1/4 inch piece that fits. Basically, it's your webbing and your top spar all in one. I think when you lock that all together and glue it, it's going to make that very strong. And then, of course, the front gets sheeted with 1/16 inch. One of the things that I would do in the beginning is back right here at W11 and then W11A, I would glue those two together. That'll probably be the first thing that I do. I'll glue those two together so that they actually fit properly. This is actually the wingtip for the Estrellita. You can see that it has a 1/32 inch ply piece that goes all the way around. Let me grab the other one and I'll show you. So this ply piece has little tabs you can see on each side that actually tab into the W11 rib. Then top and bottom, you are going to put these balsa pieces on, and then you're going to sand that balsa to shape before you actually put on the tip sheeting. The tip is completely sheeted from W11 all the way to the tip, and what you do is you build the tips. Here's a tip that you it's all, like I said, it's all keyed together. You're going to glue that together however you would like to do that. You're going to make 4 of those, one for the top and bottom of each side. Once you get everything together, you get the tip glued on, then you're going to just use that on the tip. A couple of difficult areas on this plane because it's an elliptical platform. Hard to build, a little bit harder to build, but I've created this little jig right here that you see. This jig gets pinned onto the plan, and there's a place it says rib guide, right side, RGR. You pin that to the plan, and these ribs actually sit on that jig in little slots, number one, to help you line it up, but also to give you the proper washout angle for basically a zero washout. If you want, once you get this glued, if you'd like a little bit of washout, then you would have to shim this up. But what I've been reading about elliptical wings is that washout actually can take away the positive effects of an elliptical wing. This wing is an actual complete elliptical platform, so you should see the benefits of that in the flight characteristics. One of the things that you'll have to do because of that is this trailing edge piece. You will glue this piece to the ribs, and it actually matches the trailing edge of the rib, but then the bottom of this piece will have to be glued and mated to the bottom of each of the ribs. Then you'll have to plane this piece down to match the shape of the airfoil on top. There is you grab it here. There is an aileron that's partially shaped. Once you get everything together, you'll see that this is quite thick near the tip, and the elliptical wing actually kind of has that. This should be shaped with a little bit of a curve that way towards the tip, and you'll have to also shade that as well. We'll get into those details later, but for right now, the basic overview of the wing construction, and I'll show each phase in pictures as we go along.